Do we blame the Cowboys for treating Dak like Kirk Cousins?
No. I think it's smart business for the Cowboys. New coach, new system. Everyone has their question marks about Dak in terms of where his ceiling is. So let's go out there, whether it's the non-exclusive franchise tag or exclusive franchise tag, difference being $27 million to $33 million. Hey, you're going to get your bump. You need it. From $2 million and $4 million in total salary all the way to $27 minimum. That's smart business for them. But I like Dak, and I wouldn't have bet on Dak having this kind of response. Throwing the middle fingers up, saying, hey, look, my name ain't Kirk Cousins. I'm not a fourth rounder sitting there who's happy with just making $44 million in 2 combined years being franchised. This is a guy who says, you know what? I'm a fourth rounder, all right, but I know my minimum salary should be what Kirk Cousins made almost in combined years. And he knows his value is tremendous because of the leverage he has in a new situation. There's turnover in the Dallas Cowboys. That just gives him more leverage, and he has numbers to support it and winning stats. I say Dak's going to sit out. He ain't going to be by that star this year.
Look, man, I think this is so disrespectful. I can't believe they're disrespecting the guy. They got him on a peanuts deal for 4
Dak
years.
is disrespecting Jerry?
No, I can't believe Jerry Jones is disrespecting Dak in terms of they haven't given him a deal. 4 years he gave them on a peanuts deal, and they couldn't come up with an agreement. So now Dak's turn is to flip the tables. And so we'll talk about the franchise tag and why he should welcome the opportunity to play on it. Because what happens when you play on the tag, the leverage flips to you. So if they sign him to the exclusive franchise tag, it'll be $33.4 million. The next year goes up to $40 million. The year after that, $57.7. So in 3 years, it will be $131.2 million, an average of $43 million. If they want to play that game, they can play that game. But they're messing up because the coach that's coming in is a proven quarterback developer. We saw what he did with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was a guy that we're thinking about the Aaron Rodgers now. He helped nurture Aaron Rodgers to that. But I'll go all the way back to his time as an offensive coordinator in New Orleans. Aaron Brooks played at a high level under Mike McCarthy. If you mess around and let Mike McCarthy put his hands on Dak Prescott and he plays at a level, the deal that you would have paid him is going to be like peanuts to what you're going to have to pay him.
Well, which makes it make sense, though. If I'm going to pay for what I see versus what I think, then you're hoping that Mike McCarthy can be that guy. My answer would be no. I don't blame them for handling the situation. If it's comparable to the Kirk Cousins situation, then we can compare it to that situation. But I look at it more so as the Cowboys are probably, if we're taking a really good look at how this all unfolded, they're blaming themselves for this situation that they have for Dak Prescott. Dak has done, during the course of this season, probably everything that he could possibly do for this team to have success. It was the coaching staff that let him down. And the reason why they have a new coach now is because you saw repeatedly and time again this team get outperformed by the coaching, not by the personnel, but how they went about their play calling, how they went about their game planning against other teams. So I think
they retained the offensive coordinator, Lavar.
Yeah, that's fine. But again, when you have somebody like Mike McCarthy who can come to the table and bring to the table what he can bring to on the offensive side of the ball, really what this is all about is he had a conversation with the front office. They had a conversation, and it's about agreeing to say, listen, let's see what he can do with you. Let's see how this pans out, and we'll go from there. I think it's as simple as that. I don't think it comes down to disrespect in this case.
Oh, it is, though. It has to be, because at some point, how long does Dak Prescott have to pay to get a doggone contract? I mean, we got guys who are lesser talents, lesser players, lesser accomplished players getting deals.
Truck or trailer.
I mean, he's not a trailer. It's only 2 trailers in the league. I mean, it's only 2 trucks in the league. It's Russell Wilson and Pat Mahomes. Everybody else.
Lamar's truck?
Yeah, Lamar needs the rest of the squad. He needs the rest of the squad to do what he's doing. He needs the rest of the squad. He's not a truck by himself, no. Wow. They had to overhaul their system for him to do whatever. You can't drop Lamar into any system. Damn. So that's by definition.
But you can't agree that people can become victims of circumstance. You know, Dak Prescott is only a victim of his circumstances. And this situation, he's not getting that contract because of the circumstances that surround him.
He ain't getting a contract because he ain't done enough to earn the money that he wants.
The Cowboys
his eyes are bigger than his stomach. They wanted to pay the man $32 million. He said no.
I can't breathe when I eat too much. I don't like when my eyes are too big.
I'm just saying, using Marcellus's point back at him, he read all these guys getting cap hits, top money. Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins, Jimmy Garoppolo, Joe Flacco, Nick Foles, Derek Carr, Alex Smith, Jacoby Brissett, Matthew Stafford, Cam Newton. I'm Dak Prescott, and I'm supposed to wait behind those guys? Absolutely not. I'm not showing up and find somebody who's better than an upgrade.
Okay, Bucky. And you know what?
But they could.
That's
Who?
possibly could.
That's fine. That's fine.
Mess around and get Quincy Carter up in there.
That's fine.
Mess around. Go back. They've seen that. Mess around. Get
my quarterback.
Get Drew Henson.
Stop playing.
Get
That's
Chad
my
Hutchinson.
quarterback.
We talk about those quarterbacks like they're easy to find in Dallas.
My quarterback.
And
They need to pay him.
Let me tell you what could happen. Oh my God, if they got Quincy Carter, they may go 8-8. Just like they did this year.
Yeah.
They may miss the playoffs.
How many division titles have they
In the
won with Dak
worst
Prescott?
division in football, they'd miss the
In the
playoffs.
East?
Wait a minute. Now we're going to go.
How many division titles?
But last
bro.
segment, we weren't talking
Come
about
on,
records
man.
in terms of what a quarterback was. But now this segment, we're going to talk about the record.
As it relates to Dak Prescott,
Oh, it does, right. It relates.
But-
Jerry Jones should not make the mistake that everybody else
it can't be
has made.
about records. It's always the goalposts always move.
Oh, it's
So
moving.
now we're going to talk
Segment to
about
segment.
individual performance. I came in here. We came in August. We was like, well, I don't know if he can throw. I don't know if he can get enough yards. So he passes for almost 5,000 yards.
Hello.
Touchdowns at 30. 20-plus yard passes. He goes up to 68 after last year throwing for 38. I mean, what else my man got to do?
What if this head coach and this quarterback don't mesh and you give him that contract? You don't see that being sensible to not pay the money just
I don't.
yet?
No.
I don't.
And
And not if I'm Dak Prescott. No, I don't.
Well,
It doesn't
then you're
matter.
Let me
more-
tell you. Let me go through your scenario that he plays well under Mike McCarthy. Jerry Jones would love that. He would love to have that problem that Dak balls out, and now we have to really pay him.
But what if
Or
he
does
doesn't?
his ball
How many
out?
years,
what if he
how many years
doesn't?
we got to ball out?
But
though?
what if he
I mean,
doesn't?
how many years? I balled out for 4 years. How many years I got to
Jerry
ball out?
Jones is always talking about his contract.
It's a new coach.
And guess what? Ain't nobody stupid. Dak is like, look, you keep woofing about my contract because you're scared. Look, if you say me and LaVar gonna be at the flagpole, he come up there talking, he's scared. We're supposed to be throwing these things right now because Dak has already showed that he can go out there and put up the numbers and lead this team.
What if he
Who else is gonna
doesn't
do that?
play well and you give him that contract with a new coach? You
Well,
have
that's
cut,
everybody.
Hold on.
That's everybody.
You have cut the leg. You have effectively done exactly what we said happened to Jason Garrett. You have cut the legs out from under the man that's supposed to lead your team because basically what you're saying is we're going to pay this high-priced dollar for this quarterback that may or may not fit.
Well, that's everybody.
the
I
system
mean, we
that you
sat
wanna
here
bring
and
in.
talked about Jimmy Garoppolo.
That isn't
That
everybody.
made Jimmy
That is
Garoppolo
everybody.
the
That is
highest.
not everybody.
Yes, it is
highest
because the waiting game ensures that the price goes up. So
It's never
whatever
coming
way
down.
you want to play, it's not based on just how good you are. It's not merit-based fully.
It's
so
the
you just
market.
keep waiting on that.
So you go ahead and pay when it goes up with
So
the
pay
certainties.
more.
With the
Pay more.
certainty, sure, with the
A
certainty.
year ago, we talked about,
fucking
hey, man,
politics.
you can get Dak Prescott for about 25. No, I ain't want to pay 25. Now we're talking about 30. I mean, at some point, you're going to have to write the check.
Yeah.
You're going to have to write the check or they're going to turn off the
Somebody
lights.
else is going to have to write the check. And the problem for Dak is the money he's asked for, no one else will give him.
Make them non-exclusive.
Not even
then.
close.
Make them non-exclusive.
Let him get out there. Let him get out there
What's
on the
somebody
market.
going to pay?
They're going to pay him more than 27, I guarantee.
Let him get out there.
And
Let him make that mistake.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. And be sure to check out more of the best clips from Speak For Yourself or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.